Good evening, y'all. I'm Bronson, and first I want to give a quick introduction about our group. And this is Jason, and this is Jenny, Maureen, and Laurie. And so I'm here to give you a brief introduction about our project. So first I'm going to talk about international students in America. As an international student, when we first time to come to a strange country, we will face a lot of challenges. Sometimes we have hard time to communicate with others because for most of us, the English is not our mother tongue. But we are so lucky because America is diverse and UT Dallas is a diverse college. So next I want to talk about the advantages of diversity at UTD. So I want to ask one question about this point. So what is advantages of being international students in the UT Dallas? So because the time is limited, so I just choose one to answer my questions. Okay, thank you, Annie.
You can meet new friends from different cultures.
Yeah, you can meet new friends from different culture, and even your professor is from all around the world. It's not only from America, right? We have Indian teachers. No joking. Okay. And so I'm here to want to share about my personal experience about the diversity. In China, parents and teachers always want us to be someone else, and sometimes they push us to follow someone's step. But everyone is different, and everyone is different, so everyone has their own path. And being different is good for me, and sometimes being different means you have something unique. And this uniqueness, maybe it's your key to your success, and maybe it's your key, and maybe it's your secret weapon in your future life. So in UT Dallas or in America, I don't need to be someone else. I only need to be who I really am and be myself. And back to my last point, and the challenge faced by international students. I know most of you want to get an internship or full-time job after graduate. However, the lack of sponsorship is a significant problem for the international students. And our project was developed to meet this need by expanding the number of employers willing to give sponsorship opportunity to international students. So, because this is a very important issue, and I will let Jason give you more details about the CPT, OPT, and H-1B visas information. Thank you.
As Bronson just said, now we're gonna briefly discuss the process of having a job for international students here. As you can see from the slide here, and when we are starting at UTD, we have CPT, that means curricular practical trainings. You have 3 credit hours of doing so. And then after graduations, you have OPT, which stands for optional practical trainings. And the period of OPT just depends on your majors. If you are accounting majors, you can stay here for 12 months. And if you are ITN or supply chain management majors, you can stay up to 29 months. But after all that, you need to change your F1 visa to H1B visa. And you can see here, this is the data from in 2015. As you can see that there are 233,000 visa applications received by the government. And sadly, there are only 85,000 applications are going to be approved. But here's one thing I want you to know, that there's a challenge that we're going to face. You should try it, and everything is possible if you are willing to try. Alright, let's get back to this. And Now we can see the processing fee here is about the 750 to 1,500. And you should know that this does not include the attorney cost, which is also very expensive. After all this, now our group thinks the process complexity and the paperwork is the main reason for an employer to increase their sponsorship. Therefore, Marine's going to talk about our solution to this problem.
Thank you, Jason. Now we all know the problem that international students have a hard time to get a job. As we can see, there are so many organizations such as the Senate, ALA, provide lectures, positions, and other activities to improve international students' various skills. And our team members try to counter this problem from another angle. That is why don't we put some effort on employers to encourage them to provide more work opportunities for us. As we know, there are some companies know very little about the sponsorship process. And we want to develop a training program for them to increase the understanding and decrease the complexity of the sponsorship process. And finally, encourage them to hire more international students. If there are 20 to 30% of our participants who don't previously provide the sponsorship begin to offer after our training, our project is worthwhile. The benefits of our project is obvious. For companies, they will know more about the sponsorship process. And for students, they may get more work opportunities. And for our guest speakers, such as attorneys, they may get clients from these trainings. It's a triple win, right? However, life is not a bed of roses. When we contact some professionals such as Neil from CMC and some company HR managers, we know some other information. This will continue to introduce more about it.
Thank you, Maurice. In our initial approach, like Rosen, Jason, and Maurice presented a few minutes ago about challenge by international students, process complexity, and employer training. So to confirm the problem proposed solution, so one of member team to have an interview with HR manager Amy Danforth from KSA Accounting Advisor. With her over 15 years experience, and her discussion with other professionals, she mentioned that the problem for sponsorship for international students is the paperwork is not the problem. The communication skill is the issue. How can we deal with the first initial research? So we continue to have second research to have an interview with Mr. Neil Johnson from CMC. Throughout his career from Jason, he mentioned that the problem for sponsorship for international students is communication skill. So with two opinion to professionals, our group agree that the project will undergo to the redirection. So continue to create training program. So training program was no longer effectively what we need. So we add communication skill to our group project. So Laurie will talk about the redirection and plan B for our project.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Ni hao. Lori. I've been practicing that a lot. That is to say, hi, I'm Lori. And so now that our group understands that the underlying problem is communication rather than process complexity, we face the question, how do we proceed? Well, Professor Guan provided the solution with a new project in the accounting department called ProConnect. ProConnect is an exciting new project that we're developing to link graduate accounting students to local employers who have project-based needs within their organization. And as international students are given the opportunity to practice, improve, and show their commitment to effective communication and hard work, these relationships will naturally open more doors for international students to secure the employment that they desire. In the planning phase of this process, we've had several task processes and deliverables that we've been working on, and I want to highlight just a couple of those key deliverables for you this evening. First of all, we have the student information form. It gathers basic contact information, and it'll also gather technical and transferable skills that the student has. And this will be one of the key matching documents that we use to match interested students to projects that best fit their abilities. Also, we have the project completion form. This is a form that will be filled out by the employer at the end of the project, and a student can use this to understand where their strengths are and also where the opportunities for growth lie. So we're very excited to present this project to you this evening. We believe this project has tremendous potential for the international students here at UTD to open new opportunities and really expand the learning opportunities at UTD. Now I want to invite my group back, and we are going to briefly summarize our takeaways from this semester and what we learned throughout this process.
Yeah, what I learned from the project is future is unpredictable, and be prepared to face change positively. It means like no matter how you perfectly plan your future, there always have bad things to happen, and sometimes you enter the difficult situation. But just don't be upset, and always keep positive. And I know most of you all want to stay in America after graduate, but if you can't, this is not the end of your life, right? And you have lots of plenty of the opportunities beside the U.S. You have opportunities in China and maybe in Europe. So just when you face the challenges, just stay positive. Thank you.
Okay, my takeaway is, I'll try to be quick, okay? My takeaway is that we're always gonna consult with professional persons. Yeah, now because when we are doing this project, we think the process complexity is the main reason. But after consulting with Neil and Amy, we change our directions to communication. Therefore, if we can consult with an experienced professional first, we can save a lot of time.
Yeah, my takeaway is that you can always learn from others around you. For example, Bronson is energetic, funny, and he always has positive attitude. Yeah, and Jason is hardworking, and he likes to share different information with us. Jenny is considerate, and she always well prepared for everything. And Lori, she is kind and patient. She always encourages us and gives us great suggestions, not only for courses but also for life. I really want to say thank you to Professor Wang gave us this great opportunity to learn and to make friends. And I want to say thank you to my friends to help me improve myself. Thank you.
Okay, my takeaway from this project is I always have a backup plan. Like for example, like our group, we have initial and second wishes, but the project is like not approved, so we have plan B to redirect for the project.
And my takeaway from this semester is that effective communication is more than just perfect grammar. It's more than putting your words together properly, although that's very important. Effective communication is the art of caring in action, in my opinion now after this semester. I will say this class has fundamentally changed my approach to what effective communication is, and thank you for teaching me that active listening is just as important as putting your words together properly. Effective communication really is taking your audience into consideration, whether you're speaking one-on-one, to a group, or putting together a formal written proposal. Always take your audience in mind. Always listen and care about your audience enough to meet their needs. And
Gracias.
감사합니다.
Shia Shia.